everyone, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. My name is Candace St. James. Thanks for coming back. And in this video today, we're going to be doing something so different, so cool, and not as sloppy as some of the other videos I've done before. But you know what? I'm actually really excited about this because today it is all about boobies! So before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell button at the bottom of the screen. I'd really appreciate it. And please, if you really don't like this video, please don't forget to comment and tell me how much you don't like it. And don't forget to hit the bell button at the bottom of the screen and like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. So some of you guys are probably wondering, oh my gosh, did Candace say boobs? Did Candace say tits? Did Candace say this? Did Candace say that? And yes, this is a tit tutorial, okay? Let me tell you. But there's also other ways that you can go ahead and there's 3 different ways that I know of that they have 3 different products on the market. And so I wanted to show you guys what's on the market for boobs and how they work and stuff like that. So get ready and sit tight and just like and subscribe before we start. And I'm super stoked about this. And so let's get fabulous! So some of you guys might be asking, oh my gosh, why is Candace not dressed in drag? Why is Candace in boy mode? Why is Candace in boy mode? I got a very good solution for you. I want to show the drag queen transformation from a male perspective. And I want to show you exactly on my body what that really does to the transformation of it. It makes it look very realistic. And you know, as far as me being in drag makeup and putting tits on, you know, it just doesn't really look, in my opinion, I would rather not do that in front of people. I get really bashful about my body. And on top of that, it's just, I don't want to keep trolls away thinking that they're going to see whatever they're going to go see. So I always just go ahead and do that kind of privately. But I wanted to give you guys a male perspective on the total transformation because one thing about boobs is it really does transform your body. It is one thing that, there's a video that I did, and it was on body contouring, and so you have to have hip pads that match your hips, or gives you that elevation to your hips to make it more hourglass-like, and then you also have to go ahead and make your tits accordingly too. And there's no foam tits. I would love to say that, but there's no foam tits. But there's silicone, and so you're basically, your shape of your tits should also kind of contour and hourglass your hips. And so that is kind of like the standard we have over here at least in the United States. I don't know about elsewhere. Elsewhere is kind of seeming to change a little bit because I've been watching Canada's Drag Race, and they're all boobless. And I don't really understand why they're boobless and why they're not cinched and stuff like that. If you understand why, please leave a comment down in the comments below, because I really want to understand this so I can therefore learn something new, because I need to know this. I was watching it and I'm just like, this is just very different, you know. So I kind of want to know your guys' perspective. So if you guys have any ideas, go ahead and feel free to leave a comment because I really want to know this. So there's 3 different products that are on the market, and I want to go ahead and share with you what those 3 products are. There's 3 different ways. There's one way that we can use with just makeup, and we go ahead and I have a video that I did last week that I wasn't really too proud of, but I did it, and I'm going to probably end up in the future redoing it. But I ended up going and you use makeup and basically use contours to carve it out on your boy chest, or on a male chest, or whatever. And you use highlights, and then you put it over a bra. You put a bra over it so they can't see what's below. So it doesn't really matter if it's pretty sloppy right here or whatever. Nobody sees it, you know. We go ahead and use the contours, and then pretty much when you have the bra over it, you can stuff whatever you want in there. You can stuff whatever, just whatever you do. Don't do water balloons. It gives a realistic feel, but at the same time they pop so easily and they fall out so quick. I just want to share that with you. I've done that from when I was starting baby drag queen sessions in my bedroom and going out and about to Halloween parties and stuff like that, and they pop, so they're messy. And then on top of that, you can't really do anything with them because they'll either flop out of your chest. That's actually happened before, or they pop or they fall out, and they give a really realistic feel to a natural boob, natural woman's bosom. That's what I did like about them. That's probably all about what I did like about them. So there's that way, which I did, and then there's another way that kind of goes alongside with it. And so I have over here a picture of, if you are still kind of low on a budget, they do have these inserts that come. They're called breast forms, is what they're called. And so they can run either $50 and up, and basically you can get them on Amazon, you can get them on Wish, you can get them pretty much wherever. I go Amazon. You can get them. There's a big video, or there's a big drag queen community website that specializes in cross-dressing as well as drag, and they make lingerie, they make boobs, they make breast forms, breastplates, and that's one of the most common websites is called boobsforqueens.com. And so those are very quality products. They're made by drag queens and trans and just good people, just good downhearted people, and know the industry like the back of their hand. And they kind of feel like those boobs that you get when you go for a boob job and to the doctor's office and they give you those fake boobs. That's what I'm talking about. Or they go for probably about $50 and up. And so depending on the size that you want, and to match your other one, or to match your other boob if you have only one, or you know, and they'll send you a pair, essentially is what it is. They are very tough feeling, and that's why I kind of moved away from them. On the same note, it also goes ahead and gives you something there when you're in a show. So, and it gives you something to fill, you know, versus filling it up with socks or filling it with whatever you have, you know. You will still have to contour your upper part, but it's only just the upper part. That's all you gotta do. The other downfall to those is they fall out too. If you don't have the ones with, they also sometimes they come with silicone backings with some like glue on the back, and you can go ahead and you can get those, but the glue for one wears off really quick. And then secondly, when you're sweating in it for hours and hours, they'll just flop off. And that's never fun when you're in the middle of a performance doing a stunt. It's just when your boobs fly out, it's happened. Actually, my first performance back, it actually happened. And I was super embarrassed, but you know, it happens. Drag mistakes happen. And so that is one way that we can go ahead and get cleavage. So another form of boob that drag queens do use is a common breastplate. And this is also bought from Boobs for Queens, but these are a lot more expensive. I remember mine, this one alone costed me $350. I remember that. I bought this one year during tax season. Yes, taxes! Yeah, I bought this for taxes one year, and I cannot show the nipples, but they do have nipples on each side, and they look super realistic. And everyone's wondering, probably wondering, why is this not my actual skin tone? And the reason why is I paint myself a little bit darker because I want a little bit more of an olive complexion, and I want to look more tanned, and so I use a lot more bronzers and stuff like that. So that's why I use this. And the cool part about these is literally, this has a little, it fits like a baby bib, and it comes with some Velcro on the back, and you literally just cuff them together, and then you got instant titties. So the way it works is when you put it on yourself right here. Oops, I'm coming undone. When you put it on yourself right here, then you have instant boobs. And then once you put it underneath, you won't even notice. But a lot of what I noticed that I kind of don't like is they have these nipples that they have on there. I wish I could do without those, because I think that was just like the style like way back when, is just to have them like pointed out. But even on regular women, I don't really like looking at that. So you would have to use like a pedal or a silicone covering to cover that. But that's what I do. That's what I mainly use. And I see these more used commonly for like pageants and stuff. And all you have to do to conceal the neckline is just a big old piece of chunky jewelry, and that's what conceals it, and they look realistic. On these sides right here, you have to go ahead and make a strap, kind of like a scoop strap. Otherwise, what I find very difficult is that these straps right here are going to be actually exposed, and I don't know if I like that all that much. So that is one thing that a lot of pageant queens do use, and I actually use this more for my regular everyday performances. I do stunts in them because it actually stays on. stays on really well actually. I probably have to go and redo the Velcro, but I actually really overall really like this product. It was from boobsforqueens.com, and that was on the low end. So I bought this for $350 and that's a low price. And this is for a D. So they might be cheaper if you go smaller sizes, like a C or a B or an A. They might be smaller, or sorry, there might be a difference in price. I got a D, and so because I have to make my boobs look bigger and measure up to my hips, and I have big ass hips. So I got a D, and so on me I become a double D. So when I wear this, and so this is one thing that I always use every day. Every time I perform in drag, I use this one every day because it stays on. I have no problems with it when it comes to sweating and stuff like that of it coming undone. Right now, I've noticed that as it's gotten older, I have to probably redo the Velcro on it, only because it's been through a lot of performances. That's one thing I would use. And so the cool part about these is you don't have to do the contours, like you don't have to. It naturally comes in. And the only thing I recommend is just putting like a shimmer on it, and that's all you have to do, and it will just draw your attention to your boobs. That's all I've done with mine. So there's this one that I bought on eBay, and it's more cost effective, it's definitely cheaper. It's made from very silicone quality, and I gotta be careful with this one because the little X's are coming off, and I have to have those on so because the nipple cannot be exposed. So I'm gonna try to hold it down as much as possible. But these are, I'm gonna show the picture instead so I can go ahead and show you what they look like. So there is this, I got this on eBay, and I bought, and they are breastplates that fit kind of like a shirt, and they feel like really real. And I bought this one for $110. But this is also one of those ones that feel very real. They you can bounce in them and stuff. And I'm not gonna put this one on specifically just because it won't take any tape or nothing like that. It's not liking the tape at all. It's resistant to tape pretty good. So this one, you put on like a shirt. You just stretch at the neck and then you kind of just flop it on, you know. And they're really cool. This is a double, or sorry, this is an F. And so then when I put it on, it becomes a double F. I've always tried to have the hourglass figure, so the big tits, small waist, big ass. That's what I've always wanted, and so that is a cost-effective way for that one too. If you're looking for just a really simple breastplate, that's a good way to go ahead and look. I mean, it gives you a realistic feel. It brings it up to your neck just underneath, and so that's the problem that I do have with this area, is I have a double chin a little bit because I'm older, and so you have to really contour it out, and that's the only thing that you would really have with it. But overall, I really like it, and then it goes all the way to your shoulders right here, so it looks really realistic. And then you can easily cover it with a bra strap or with an outfit, like some kind of dress that just comes up here, like a scoop neck or whatever. You can put whatever kind of thing on, and it'll cover it up. That's the nice part about it. The only bad thing about it is that this can tear really easily. So if you're not careful with it, this can really just fall to shreds. I know James Mansfield actually went and got one of these, and his, after a few times performing, he picked it up wrong, and she picked it up wrong, and it just went all over the place, and it just broke, and she was devastated. So she finally got her new one, and I was excited about that, to hear that. And so I wanted to go ahead and get one that was just kind of like hers, because she kind of goes for the same body type that I go for. So I really wanted to make sure that, you know, I was kind of going in those right directions. Well, there you have it. So there is the 3 ways that I know that drag queens use cleavage to enhance their bodies, and this is what they use. They use boobies! So I'm actually really excited. Thank you guys for coming, and I really do appreciate all the continuous support. Leave a comment and show me what you're creating. I really want to see your creativeness, and I want to see that kind of unfold a little bit. And so send me fan art, send me whatever, send me pictures of you doing my makeup challenges or whatever, like I don't really know, but just send me what you're creating. I would really greatly appreciate it. I really love talking to you guys. Thank you so much for coming back. Bye. Let's get fabulous!